Peak annual earnings. At his height in the 1940s and 1950s, Grant earned approximately $300,000 to $700,000 per year, equivalent to $3 to $7 million in 2025 dollars, driven by high per-film salaries and profit-sharing deals. Net worth at death. When Grant died in 1986, his net worth was estimated at $60 to $80 million, nominal, roughly $150 to $200 million in 2025 dollars. This included film earnings, real estate, investments, and corporate board roles. Career earnings. From the 1930s to 1966, Grant's total earnings from acting and related ventures likely ranged from $10 to $20 million in nominal dollars, translating to $100 to $250 million in 2025 dollars, factoring in his innovative profit-sharing contracts. Charlie Chaplin. Widely regarded as one of the highest-paid entertainers of the era, Chaplin earned $1 million per year by the late 1910s and early 1920s, a record-breaking sum equivalent to roughly $10 to $20 million in 2025 dollars. His wealth came from starring, directing, and producing films like The Gold Rush, 1925, and City Lights, 1931, bolstered by co-founding United Artists, which gave him control over profits. Greta Garbo. An international icon in the 1920s and 1930s, Garbo commanded top salaries at MGM, earning around $250,000 to $300,000 per film by the early 1930s, roughly $4 to $5 million today. Films like Grand Hotel, 1932, and Camille, 1936, drove her value. She retired in 1941 with a net worth of $32 million, $600 million in 2025 dollars. Peak annual earnings. At his height in the 1930s and 1940s, Clark Gable earned approximately $100,000 to $400,000 per year, equivalent to $2 to $7 million in 2025 dollars, depending on the number of films and contract terms. Net worth at death. When Gable died in 1960, his net worth was estimated at $5 to $10 million nominal, roughly $50 to $100 million in 2025 dollars. This included earnings from films, investments, and real estate. Career earnings. Over his career, 1930 to 1960, Gable's total earnings from acting likely ranged from $3 to $5 million in nominal dollars, translating to $50 to $100 million in 2025 dollars, factoring in his consistent high salaries and occasional profit sharing. Please like. Peak annual earnings. At her height in the 1930s and 1940s, Joan Crawford earned approximately $300,000 to $500,000 per year, equivalent to $5 to $9 million in 2025 dollars, driven by film salaries and endorsements. Net worth at death. When Crawford died in 1977, her net worth was estimated at $8 to $10 million, nominal, roughly $40 to $50 million in 2025 dollars. This included earnings from films, real estate, investments, and her Pepsi-Cola board role. Career earnings. From the 1920s to 1970s, Crawford's total earnings from acting, endorsements, and other ventures likely range from $5 to $10 million in nominal dollars, translating to $80 to $150 million in 2025 dollars, factoring in her consistent high salaries. How Crawford made her money. Crawford's wealth primarily came from acting contracts with major studios, particularly MGM and Warner Brothers, supplemented by endorsements, real estate, and corporate affiliations. Her ability to reinvent herself across decades sustained her earnings.